Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, fourth-year quarterback Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel, and we are ready to go. It's set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes there's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Gano out to kick this one away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Humphries. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they'll go on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing it too often.
Now a play fake here. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Head peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They fake the give. Newton. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Following the interception, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Wes Horton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Jameis to throw it. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Barber. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
That one goes for 24 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas as the first half is wound. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he powers his way up past the 30. A timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Hawkins with a pick. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get things started in our nation's capital, Atlanta, in town to take on Washington. And as they are, it's the Redskins who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes for the veteran Alex Smith. Next, we take a trip down the coast to Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Ryan Tannehill has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. A touchdown pass for the rookie, Josh Allen. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Humphries. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
3rd and long for Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gano the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Humphries. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
Hidden yardage in a game, that's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they're up again, don't they?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready. 319. 319.
I got you, 88. I got you.
Slow.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
319. 319.
They give it to Anderson. And he powers his way up past the 30. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Third and long, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now. These plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. Third down here. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not...
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Play action, now Taylor. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cron, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Ready. Black, what is that?
From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Winston now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. They'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey. 4 down.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Carolina, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.